Welcome to episode 20 of Warcraft Brew. My name is Quissy.
And I'm Pasta Face. We're doing a little rebranding here. We got ourselves a nice cat butt.
100% more cat butt. Always makes things better.
Hell yeah. You know, we really take your comments to heart, and everyone was just saying, hey man, we gotta have more cat butt.
We got our little table set up, we've got our microphone.
We got our little core hound.
And most importantly, we have our beverages.
Hell yeah.
So what are you drinking today?
Ooh, I'm drinking Screwball. my new favorite thing. Thank you everyone for your suggestions of, I feel like 5 people in one day was just like, yo, you gotta try Screwball.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Screwball is basically a peanut butter flavored whiskey. Mm-hmm. And that kind of sounds a little gross. Like at first thought, like peanut butter whiskey, but it's...
I mean, sometimes whiskey just, when you hear that, sometimes that just sounds like a little gross. But
yeah, anything like mixed with whiskey, right? This could sound a little gross, but Screwball, it ideally, in my opinion, I think it's a good dessert drink. Because it is sweet, but it has that beautiful, beautiful peanut buttery taste to it.
Yeah, and it lingers too. It has a nice peanut butter aftertaste. So I highly recommend this.
Yeah, Screwball, sponsor us. And I'm just drinking a Guinness in my my pint glass right here.
The questionably acquired pint glass.
Yeah, we won't say how we got this pint glass, but cheers.
I don't have a problem. Cheers.
Woo, excuse me.
Delicious.
It's so good. So how are you guys doing today? How are you?
Yeah, I mean,
you guys.
Yeah. Well, I'm recovering from my 3rd mental breakdown of the year, which we are only 4 months in, and at this point, it's just a new record for me. So I'm on the mend. I wasn't sleeping a little bit again. But it happens in waves, and you know we just gotta take it in stride, because at this point it's just like something I could put on my resume. It's just like had 3 mental breakdowns like right at the beginning of 2020 and managed to still kind of function. I don't know.
Well, I think it's good you have a sense of humor about it at least.
Well, you got it.
Because most people would, I guess, wouldn't. But yeah, a lot of people always ask me like, oh, how's Pasta doing? Where's she been? Does she still play WoW, etc.?
Yeah, I know. I had to take a little bit of a step back just because of my stress level with work, which I'm just still so thankful I have a job in these uncertain times. But you know, it's so stressful because I feel like every single job just has to really rewrite and relearn everything from scratch.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been dealing with on a work point, and I think it's just really it's really kind of getting to my mental health, especially like with the lockdown too.
Yeah.
I never kind of realized how much it affected me mentally until I started reading forums about anxiety, and
really?
It just started to match up with what everyone was experiencing and what everyone was saying during this time. And yeah, it's just, you know, I joke, everyone, you know, when I'm in front of the camera, all you guys are going to hear is just this certain kind of tone of voice, which, you know, my normal voice and you know my joking tone of voice. You guys kind of don't know that. So, I mean, I'm just constantly joking with you, but it's just, there really is, like, I try to keep everything lighthearted, but there, you know, it really is at trying times. It's really concerning. But, you know, I'm happy. I finally got to stream too,
yes.
Which has definitely helped me a little bit. What was it? It was yesterday with Revendreth too. I just was getting through like a low point. I was trying to wait just to, you know, feel better, just so I could be my best pasta self for you guys. But I mean, I honestly couldn't wait any longer. That content was so cool. So, you know, streaming, I think that was my 3rd stream.
No, it was your 6th stream.
Wait, really? No. What?
No. Well,
I'm the crazy one
here. I looked
here.
at your stats this morning, and it said 6 out of 7 for affiliate, so you need to stream one more time to become an affiliate. I could have sworn it said 6 out of 7.
That's cool. That's news to me.
I don't know. I thought it was maybe 4 or 5 streams.
What?
Did you do?
Well, then also, okay, here's something that happened too.
I
wanted to make banana bread. Like, that was one of the hobbies that I wanted to explore in this lockdown, of just baking just a little bit more, cooking just a little bit more. So we had like a bunch of bananas that were kind of, they've seen better days, and I put them in the freezer, and for like about a good week, I couldn't find them, and I'm like, did I do that? Did I dream that? Like, did I just fantasize that? Because, like, I'm not sleeping enough? Am I delusional? I must be crazy. So I thought I just imagined those 2 bananas. But turns out, no, you threw them out. You actively sought them out in the freezer, and you were like, nah.
I did not specifically seek them out. But I thought they were, like, old and... They were like half... what's the word? Not spoiled, like bruised. Is that the word? They were pretty dark around the edges, so
a little rough around the edges. Yeah.
I didn't think they were good, and I didn't know you were saving them for banana bread.
But like, that's the whole thing about banana bread. Like, you do want them to be very, very ripe.
Really?
Yeah, super ripe, like bruised and shit.
Well, I'm publicly apologizing to you. I'm sorry I threw out those 2 bananas. I thought they were 86, and.
Why would I freeze them?
I don't know. You have very interesting ways about storing your things in the freezer. Like, she freezes everything.
I do. It just makes everything last longer, especially like bread.
Yeah, I mean, I actually learned that trick from you.
Bread in the freezer is bliss, dude.
Yeah,
you could have toast.
Away...
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, yeah, I used to throw away a lot of bread because it gets spoiled. But if you freeze it,
don't have that problem no more.
Jeez.
It's big brain. It's a big brain move. Brought to you by pasta. But, yeah, no, Twitch has been great.
So one more stream. We got to get you one more stream, then you can become an affiliate. So
hell yeah.
That's a work in progress.
Which is really cool. I'm having fun. I hope everyone likes it.
I mean, you know the thing with Twitch for me, there are some days where I wake up and I'm like, oh man, I don't think I could bring myself to being like an entertainer, or being like, because you are entertaining people on Twitch. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're not entertaining people on Twitch, you're literally just sitting there and not talking and playing the game and ignoring everything else, which some people do stream that way, and it's interesting. But I think, like, if you're trying to grow your audience, you definitely have to be interactive with your community, like always. Mm-hmm. Like, respond to every message in the chat. Yeah. But you are in a way, entertaining. You are putting on a show.
Do go on.
And some days I'm like, man, I don't know if I could do that. Like, I'm in a bad mood, or like something happened to me, I'm sad, or I'm depressed. But 99 out of 100 times, when I go live on Twitch, the community just uplifts me.
Yeah, it was a really nice pick-me-up the other day.
Yeah.
Just everyone's positivity and support. It's really nice, so thank you.
Yeah, I mean, and I always say, like, at the end of my stream, I usually say, thank you guys for making part of my day better. I'm actually being honest about that. Like, you guys brightened up my day by, spending time with me. And then I also say, I hope I made part of your day a little bit better too. Whether we made you laugh, we made you smile, or maybe you learned something new. That's really the goal of what we do. Whether it's live streaming or doing this podcast / talk show.
I know, we gotta...
We don't know if we should call this a podcast or a talk show. Let us know in the comments. But yeah, no, so it goes both ways. Like, we provide entertainment for you, and you guys also provide us with a sense of happiness and fulfillment. So
yeah,
thank you for that. And let's get you to affiliate.
Hell yeah.
So what else has been going on IRL? We got a Peloton bike. Spending that Trump bucks. Spending those Trump bucks. Now, the Peloton is actually like something I've wanted for a while, and I've been saving up for, and I never knew if I was going to exactly pull the trigger and buy one, just because it is a monetary commitment.
You were talking about it too much. Like, I knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of when. And I know your patterns of like, you'll talk about it a lot, but you'll kind of think it through, but you just kind of talk about it and you bring it up a lot, and then all of a sudden, very spontaneous, it's just like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about this. We've been seeing commercials for it.
Yes, I wanted to bring this
up. We've been seeing a lot of commercials for it. And then suddenly, as soon as I bought it, we stopped seeing commercials.
Yeah, does that happen to anyone else? Is anyone else seeing Peloton commercials? Because we have not seen a single one.
Since we purchased it.
Kind of creepy. Like, what was it? It happened to me the other day where I was just browsing on my phone, and I just opened up Etsy, and I'm like, oh, let me just look up plague doctor masks, because we're just about to go down a rabbit hole on Etsy. So I'm doing that, and no sooner do I open up the app, I get a commercial for Etsy on the TV.
Really?
Yeah, nuts. And it happened twice. It happened twice the same day. I had the same commercial after I opened that app.
Stuff like that happens all the time, I swear. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's weird. There was a bird at the window, so I was like...
I know, I saw you look, and I'm like...
At the fire escape, there was a bird, so...
Who was you?
I think he went away, though.
Okay.
Just flying. Hashtag just flying. But yeah, the Peloton, so we got it last Tuesday. Last Tuesday, so what's today? Thursday? A week and 2 days ago. And I'm on a streak. I'm on a 7-day streak. So I've been on it every single day since we've gotten it, whether it was cycling or like off the bike and doing like some kind of calisthenics or cardio or something like that. So
the only cardio workout I need is a panic attack. So
yeah, nothing like getting your heart rate up like that, right?
I'm doing my part. But I don't know, just like a little side tangent, I'm really interested to see, to monitor my sleeping habits and like my heart rate too. I won a Fitbit at work for like a wellness day, which I never win raffles. I never win anything, but
which you didn't really participate in either. It was for chair yoga. Like she did it for like 10 minutes. And she was like, fuck
not even. I was like, this teacher is kind of annoying. I got a lot of work to do. So I'm just gonna put her on the background, whatever.
And then you won the raffle.
Winning like the grand prize.
Well, how big was the pool of people?
I don't know. I think it was a lot. Oh, that's my phone. Yeah, I think it was a lot. Whoopsies. But speaking of staying healthy, I kind of want to see like monitoring my heart rate and my sleep schedule, because maybe, just maybe, this is all in my head. But
we'll see.
We'll see. But yeah, I'm trying to work out a little bit more too, especially in the evenings. That's been recommended for me. So yeah, the Peloton just really helps. Like, and you don't have to do it a while too. It's just like anywhere from 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want, whatever intensity.
You can even do a 5-minute like cool down ride.
Yeah, they stretch on the bike. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And one of the other reasons I decided it was a good time to invest in one is because we've been locked inside our house. Gyms are closed. Our taekwondo we haven't been able to do.
I know, that's really upsetting.
So I figured, like, even when gyms open, like we live in New York, which has been the epicenter of it in the United States, pretty much. We've had the most cases by a lot in New York compared to other states. So I felt a little hesitant to like return to the gym when it reopens. So this kind of solves that problem.
Right. And I can't, it does seem like the way of the future a little bit. Those bikes with virtual teachers. It does seem like the way of the future. So I wouldn't be surprised if gyms just kind of start freaking out a little bit. I feel like every company is freaking out, but
I'm sure
rightfully so.
I'm sure they lost a lot of memberships and stuff like that.
I know.
All right, you ready to talk about Classic WoW?
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, next topic is Classic. Few bullet points that have happened in Classic over the past couple weeks. World bosses are out, so the Emerald Dragons of Nightmare, as some people refer to them. It's been absolute chaos if you're on a PvP server and those 4 dragons spawn. So first of all, they all spawn at the same time. Right?
Yeah.
So take your pick. Like, where does your guild want to camp if they're going to spawn? And then you got to get all your guild there, and then you got to worry about the opposite faction also there. And it's just an absolute nightmare, but it's in like the best way possible, right?
It's just chaos.
Utter
mass chaos ensues. Have you witnessed one firsthand?
No.
Okay.
No, I think my guild is like, we're not even gonna bother because it's too much of a headache and time consuming. like high
risk, high reward?
High risk, low reward. Because you don't even get that much loot from them, right? And what if you're cooperating with several other guilds?
Oh, damn,
so what if
right.
there's like 120 of you guys, like trying to kill this one dragon and fend off the opposing faction? Like, how do you?
Right.
You just get everybody in Discord and / roll or something? Like
that's too much stress. I don't need that.
It's a lot. I
don't need that in my life.
So, but yeah, like if you're on a PvP server, it's utter chaos, like we said. I'm interested to see what it's like on PvE servers. I guess it's just a race to whoever gets the first tag.
Right.
Because the opposing faction can't really attack you unless you flag yourself for PvP.
Right.
So, yeah, interesting. I've heard stories from a few people in my Twitch chat of like just they've been at it for like hours trying to tag the boss and like ward off the opposing faction. So it's been really funny to hear stories. It's like
just chaos, insanity.
Chaos, yeah. It's cool though, like it's you don't really have things like that in retail WoW, do you?
If
I'm
you
trying to think of like a comparison in like, I guess like Silver Elites that spawn, right?
Yeah,
Elites?
if you do, it doesn't last that long, and it's not like...
It's not as big of a commitment.
Right, it's not that meaningful too because there's that lack of commitment. So.
Yeah. I mean, it is always fun, hunting for rares and stuff. And I think like the last time I've done that, and I did that in BFA, was in Darkshore, when they had all those. Remember they had all those like dailies in Darkshore.
Yeah, that's right.
And some of the rares dropped mounts.
That's still a thing you do. You just go seek out those rare spawns, and just if it drops, great. If not, all right. There's always tomorrow.
And those are the world dragons that are out now. Good luck to you if you are engaging in combat with these dragons, especially if you're on a PvP server. Zul'Gurub is out now. I feel like I've done Zul'Gurub so much because I now have my level 60 mage that I'm raiding ZG on. So my guild will do ZG twice a day because we have 2 raid groups. So one raid group goes in the afternoon for me, and the other goes at night. So I've been raiding like basically ZG twice a day every 3 days.
I know, I feel like I don't see you anymore. And every time I do, like I walk in and it's always ZG.
I'm in ZG.
Yeah, always ZG. I'm like, oh, okay. I haven't gotten a chance to personally try it out myself, but I mean, like, I live vicariously through you at this point in ZG. So
I like ZG. It's chill.
It's cool.
It's kind of like doing an Upper Blackrock Spire Ubers, where it's like, it is a raid group. It is a raid, but it's not like as much of a commitment as doing like a 40-man raid, like Molten Core, Blackwing Lair. It's a lot more lax. Usually our guild group, we have like 2 groups of 15 going in because we don't have enough people. We don't have 2 full groups of 20, so we'll just like split it up evenly. So
but that's still cool that you could do it with like the less less than 20 people. But yeah.
So that's really how my mage has been getting geared in ZG, and the gear is great in there, especially if you have a fresh 60. I haven't been to Molten Core or BWL on my mage, and I have some pretty nice gear thanks to ZG, so I'm happy about that.
Hell yeah. Have you seen any mounts drop?
Personally, no. But I have seen tiger mounts in person. I have not seen a raptor mount. Like in town, I've seen people riding them.
Okay.
But they don't seem to be dropping too infrequently, so it is, a matter of time. Eric has the reserve on the raptor, the first reserve on the raptor.
Hell yeah, Eric.
Like seeing the little gnome on the raptor, like, come on, that's great. So, like, I don't blame him for wanting to reserve that. I can't wait till it drops.
Oh, man, that's gonna be great.
Looks so good. So I've been watching all these mage videos on how to farm the crocs and the tigers inside ZG solo. So I've been doing that a little bit on my mage. It's actually really fun. Like, I'm having so much fun on my mage, and I did not anticipate that. Like, I wanted a mage so that I could make money, AoE farm, but like, I really like the class.
Make that money, honey.
I think the reason I like it so much is because mages can do so much damage, and I am not used to that playing a paladin. Like, I'm an auto-attack Andy. I just auto-attack things, and then 5 minutes later it's dead. But my mage, it's like two-shotting things.
Yo. What? So I just found out, I mean, just through listening to you, with me with retail, and especially with Shadowlands, like, I mean, spoiler alert, like, I like demon hunters now, and I guess that's why. It's just because, like, I just 2 buttons and everything is dead.
Dumb damage.
Damage.
Yeah.
And like, where it was, like, with my druid, it would take, like, 5 minutes, you know, there's, like, a routine. Okay, cool, like, on to the next one. I just zip, zap, zoop through everything.
I know, and you could glide.
Yeah.
That's like you're just gliding all over Revendreth.
It's OPAF, dude. It's so OP.
OPAF. Yeah, no, like so it's kind of refreshing in a way because like in a lot of ways I'm stubborn where like I'll only play one class. Like I'm like no, I'm gonna play paladin. I want to be a paladin. But it's refreshing in a way, you know, to experience a different class and like enjoy it too.
Yeah.
Like I have a level 60 druid, and I didn't love it in the end game in Classic. I didn't like healing as a druid. Like, it's just, compared to a paladin, paladin's way more fun, in my opinion, than healing as a druid. I did like tanking as a druid, and I did like leveling with you.
Hell yeah, that was
rogue and druid. That was
really
a lot of fun.
Yeah, you did great. You did great tanking.
It was I love tanking as a bear. You know, feral charge is great, especially in Classic.
Yeah.
And having a taunt is nice too. My paladin doesn't have a taunt, but for healing, I love Pally so far. I might make a priest eventually down the line and see how I feel about that. I used to main a priest in vanilla WoW, but I know I was not playing the class correctly. You know why? Because I remember Renew was my favorite spell. It's like a heal over time, a hot. I used to put Renew on everybody, and I was like, oh, this is great. You know, it's a continuous heal, so I could just throw it, slap it on all these people, and then, you know, move on. And then, like, recently, like, you know, reading Discords and, like, forums and stuff like that, people are like, never use Renew in a raid. It is not mana efficient at all. And I'm like, wow, I wish I knew that 15 years ago.
I mean, but then again, nobody really knew what they were doing 15 years ago.
Right, that's like a perfect example. Like, nobody knew what they were doing 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I like, my guild, we could clear Molten Core in under an hour right now. Like, I wonder how long it used to take my vanilla guild to clear Molten Core. Like, it had to have been at least 2-3 hours.
I think so, yeah.
So, there's no way of me finding out, but
I mean, it's only logical, right? Like, nobody knew how to min-max, like, nobody knew what the best gear was.
Not really,
So, if you think about it, I mean, like, just double the time. And it would just be anywhere from that up. That's what I would assume. But that's just me.
Consumables, too. People weren't really, like, knowledgeable with min-maxing consumables and gear and, like... stuff like that. Like, you just, like, you know, going off on that. Like, I remember seeing all paladins in raids healing in their judgment gear. And judgment is, you get healing from judgment, but it's all spell damage.
Right.
So there are so many other, like, you know, clothed-in gear that you could be wearing to increase your healing instead of your spell damage. But, you know, back then people were like, oh, it's a tier set. It must be great for me, you know? Tier 2, let's go.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to, like, look back and reflect and see how things are different. Any other word on ZG? I mean, you haven't really done it.
I haven't really done it. No, I've watched it, and hopefully sometime soon, you know, I'll be able to get back into it. But I shouldn't be playing, especially, you know, when I'm at this level of stress. I shouldn't be playing video games so late. I've been told from a doctor not to do that. So, you know, I'm just gonna try and wait this out.
Okay.
It's been about a month of not doing that. I've kind of relapsed a little bit, but I guess at this point, you know, with all extended lockdowns and all this uncertainty, I guess that's to be expected. But yeah.
All right. Well, in other classic news, layering is back. They brought back layering. I know that's a hot topic of contention amongst the Hashtag all caps, no changes, people.
It's just, like, this time just has to be an exception. Yeah. I'm sorry, like, everyone is forced to stay at home. Like, I'm sorry. This isn't going to be forever. This isn't permanent.
It's temporary.
It's temporary. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up and suck it up.
Yeah, people who are complaining that layering is back, like, I understand why you're upset. You know, it could ruin the economy. The Black Lotus market went down. You know, there's 2 layers. People could exploit layering by farming herbs and materials and all that. World PvP it could destroy.
Right.
Whatever. I understand all of that. But like she said, this is an exception. This was not predictable.
Yeah,
this predicament was not predictable.
Yeah.
When they removed layering, they never probably intended that they would have to bring it back.
Due to a pandemic, yeah.
Due to a pandemic, right?
Yeah.
We got to roll with the punches. You know, it is unprecedented. In these uncertain
times. Like, okay, so side note, I'm just trying to make light of the situation, you know, because you do need a little comedy in these dark times.
We've been watching a lot of TV because of the lockdown.
I want to make a bingo chart based off of the shit that comes out of every single commercial that's like hinting at the pandemic. Yeah. So like hot words like, you know, in these uncertain times.
Every commercial. If you guys haven't noticed already, when you're watching commercials and the commercials are focused on COVID, pay attention. They all have similar like scripts. Yeah. Like it's like they all copied each other or something, but they all say the same phrases like in these uncertain times or in these in this unprecedented moment. We're here for you and your family. We know you're not thinking of us, but we're thinking of you. Yeah. Let us help you while you're taking care of yourself. Yeah. Yeah. And then there's the commercials of the companies that have donated like money to relief, and you know, bless them for doing that. Like that's great that you're donating money to charity, but it's kind of like a it's a little bit of a jerk off. I didn't want to say that. I'll say it. I'll totally say it. It is a little bit of a jerk off. It's very masturbatory. Yeah. It's like, hey, you know, we know this is a tough time, but don't forget about us. We donated millions of dollars to charities, and we're doing our best, you know, and like, I think it's great. They should be doing that. More companies should be doing that, but it shouldn't be. The commercials just rub me the wrong way. It shouldn't be a talking point. Yeah. I'm sorry. When you do a good thing and you gloat about it, it's not. I think that's what it is. I'm sorry, it's not a good thing. The only company that I personally feel has handled the commercial situation the best is Taco Bell. I knew you were going to say that. Yep, because they don't mention anything about the pandemic. They don't mention about like uncertain times or let us take care of you. They don't say the buzzwords. Yeah, they don't say the buzzwords. But what they do is or wait, they brought back the flaming Doritos tacos. Yeah, the spicy ones. So they brought that one back and they're like, hey, free Taco Tuesday if you go through the drive-thru, and everyone's like, ah! Like, that's awesome. Thank you, Taco Bell. Yeah. And I'm sure Taco Bell has donated or like hired more employees and stuff, but they're not like, you know, they're just like, hey, come get some free tacos on Taco Tuesday. Yeah. So hats off to you, Taco Bell. Please sponsor us. Oh my God, I would love that. I would love that so much. Every stream, every podcast, I'd be just sitting here eating my Taco Bell. Taco Bell. Taco Bell. But yeah, layering. But I think the layering was absolutely needed because otherwise we're sitting in queue for 4 hours, and like if you're stuck at home, you want to do something fun and enjoyable, something that you enjoy or like an escape. Right. You want to play WoW, for example, Classic. You log in and you have to wait 4 hours to play. Like, it's just you shouldn't have to wait 4 hours to play. Honestly, and like. Especially as a business move, especially when everyone is home, the last thing you want is for people not to play your game, right? For people not to partake in your product. I agree. So it's just
I'm sorry, it's just a really smart business move. Wait,
Yeah.
no, I'm not sorry. It's just business.
Yeah.
Like, a business is acting like a business. I'm really glad that they came to that decision because honestly, they were going to lose a lot of people.
Yeah, people were upset, and rightfully so. Like, I had to plan my whole day around playing Classic.
Yeah.
And like, when do I enter the queue? And like, when do I want to actually play? Okay, when do I need to enter the queue so that when I want to play, I could actually play? Like,
Right.
it was too much work.
Yeah.
So, I am happy that layering is back, because I know it's temporary. I know eventually it will be removed again. We just have to deal. We have to deal with the punches.
Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches.
Roll.
Yeah.
Deal with the punches. You know. We just gotta roll with the punches right now. Man, these brews are hitting us, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, layering for me right now is getting 2 thumbs ups. That because I can now play Classic whenever I want to instead of waiting 4 hours. So hell yeah to that.
Hell yeah.
What else is going on in Classic? The Stranglethorn fishing extravaganza has returned to the game. I have never participated in one of these. Have you?
No, I never. But I always wanted to, but then I'd probably get anxiety about like competing with other people.
Yeah, and I know this is still active in like BFA, I believe, because I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's once a week on Sunday, and I remember like several months there was a span where like every Sunday I wanted to do it, but I would forget or I would be too late. So, Classic, I don't know if I would attempt to do it because I'm on a PvP server and Stranglethorn Vale, I mean, that is like synonymous with getting ganked. So, I don't know. I guess I'd have to have an entourage. It's so the first person to fish up 40 of this specific type of fish, and then you have to go to Booty Bay after and turn it in. That's the person who wins. So
oh, cute. Okay.
it's a cute event. You know, maybe on a PvE server, if I ever end up on one, I'll do it.
Do you get anything out of it? What's the prize?
Oh yeah, you could get like fishing rewards, like plus fishing gear,
Cute.
and all this, you know, like fishing related stuff.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
it's cute.
Nice.
Well, speaking of PvE servers, because I love my mage so much, I was thinking of rolling Horde Mage, Undead Mage, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to roll on a PvE server. Particularly a low population PvE server. And some people are like, well, why? Like, you're not going to be able to party with anybody. Mages are self-sufficient. They could level up by themselves. And I kind of want to do it as like a social experiment almost. Just to see how stark of a difference it is, I guess, from being on a high population PvP server, Faralina, and Grobulus, and then like complete 180 and rolling on a PvE server with like 2,000 people on it. So I made my undead mage, and we used the random name generator. What did it come up to?
Lesmer.
Lesmirth?
Yeah, Lesmer.
Lesmer something? It was random name generated, so that's what we went with.
Listen, I always have the best luck when it comes to
You do.
randomized names.
She's the one who hit the button and got that name, so. Lesmer, the undead mage, coming to a Twitch stream near you. Keep an eye out for Lesmer. And hopefully Moisandra will be back soon.
Hell yeah.
She's on a little hiatus, but whenever she's ready.
Yeah. She'll be back.
She'll be
Yeah.
She'll be back and she'll be fast.
Oh yeah, she's gonna go fast. Moist was trending on Twitter the other day.
Yeah, what was that? Did we know why?
No! Does anyone know why it was trending? I was excited.
Oh, no. I have no
Moisandra
idea.
was going fast that day.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess that wraps up our classic segment. Moving on next, we are going to talk about Burning Crusade a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Now, again, TBC has not been confirmed. I just want to reiterate that. But we'll talk about it as if it's already been confirmed, let's be honest.
It's highly likely.
It's highly likely, right?
It's gotta be.
Especially since they sent out that survey.
Yeah.
And that's really like the big topic right now at TBC. What do we do at TBC? How do they address, the current classic servers, and how do they transition that to TBC? 3 of the, I guess, most popular options that I've heard from like Twitch and Twitch chat and YouTube comments and just chatting with people. First option would be to copy your classic character from whatever realm you're on and paste it onto a TBC realm. So you're on a separate realm, it's just TBC on that particular realm. That's option 1. Option 2 would be to convert all the pre-existing classic realms into TBC realms. So just straight pristine classic realms would not exist anymore. They would be transformed all into TBC realms. Number 3, will there just be brand new TBC servers where everybody has to start fresh? No character copy, no transfer or anything like that.
Honestly, you got to look at it as what is the, I guess, what's the easiest option for them to perform.
Yeah.
I mean, converting all classic realms into TBC realms, that seems like, I don't know, that would be the most challenging out of all 3 options.
It seems a little extreme, too, because I do believe there are people out there who just want to continue playing Classic. Even if TBC does happen, there's a group of people who just won't play TBC. They will continue playing Classic.
Right.
And I feel like having to force them to convert all their stuff to TBC, like, I don't know. I feel like you're ostracizing that group of people.
And also, too, they previously went down that route. It was like route. Anyway, that was like 15 years ago, but they've already gone down that road. Yeah. So maybe, I think, it would be beneficial if they switched that up, if they just left Classic alone.
Yeah.
If you wanted to continue with a certain character, you have that option. If not, those servers are untouched. Personally, I mean, it looks kind of like a toss-up between, copying characters over and then also just kind of creating brand new servers.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, if you do have to copy characters over, they're still going to have to create new servers.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
I mean, we already see something similar with, the PBE servers. Where you could just, copy your character over. So
like the PTRs and the alpha.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. They have that character copy option
Thank
if you're
you.
on the PTR.
PBE, what is that from? That might be a work term that I just...
PVE?
No, PBE.
Oh, PBE.
I think that might be a work term that just kind of...
I was talking about PVE servers, so maybe...
okay. But anyway, the PTR servers, we already see something similar.
So that exists.
Yeah.
Copy character.
Yeah, so I honestly, I mean, they're going to have to create new servers anyway.
Yeah.
It's just that option of, do you start fresh or are you able to copy characters?
Copy character makes the most sense to me.
Yes, it makes the most sense, but I think in terms of like the longevity of TBC, I think they'd be able to get out more if you start from square one as opposed to, allowing you to copy characters over.
True.
Though, would people even want to start from square one?
Well, right. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they came out with the announcement tomorrow and said, I have to start fresh. I can't bring my level 60 paladin over to these TBC realms. I have to start from level 1. I'd be okay with that. But I think people who are playing Classic and progressing through Classic, if they know TBC is coming, they would probably feel better about progressing their character and collecting gear and gearing up in Classic if they knew that they would be able to continue that character. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would lose motivation in a way to continue progressing my character if I knew that the Dark Portal is going to open and then there's going to be greens in Hellfire Peninsula that replace my BWL and AQ gear or something like that, So I feel like it would keep people motivated to continue playing their classic characters. That's my choice. My only stipulation would be I think there should be a cap on gold because some people have like hundreds upon thousands of gold.
So going from Classic into TBC, there should be.
If they did a copy character option, there should be a gold cap. Because think of like these mages, right? They have 50,000 gold. like Frostadamus, right? He is like 38,000 gold, I think, on his character.
Nuts.
Like, imagine him going into TBC with 38,000 gold. He could control a market. He could control the auction house. He could just buy everything in the auction house and just have a monopoly over it in a way.
But, right, but how many people are going to be like that?
A lot, I guess.
Okay. Like
there's a lot of rich people in Classic, I guess.
That's something that, I guess you do need to take into account is, what's the average gold pool of everyone?
I'd say like a 10,000 gold cap, maybe. I mean, that's more than enough to buy your epic flying mount, and more. 5,000 gold, 10,000 gold, I don't know. I've never had more than 1,000 gold at once, so I don't really know the average gold of the average player. Like, how much gold does the average player have? A few hundred at a time, maybe? Mm-hmm. The reason I like always purchase things for myself or my alts, so that's why I don't really like hoard my gold. But
it's difficult to, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like at any given time I have somewhere from like 100 gold to like 600, and that's about it.
Right.
So, I don't know. Let us know as well in the comments, guys. Like, what do you think about gold caps? Like, if they were to do a character copy, should we cap the gold? Would it give people an unfair advantage, or would it just be those people? What am I trying to say? Or do you allow those people to take advantage because they put in the time and the effort to farm that gold? I don't know. I mean,
I guess it would just kind of go hand in hand with copying your character over. You put that time and effort previously into that character.
Yeah.
It's if you put the time and effort, then more power to you.
And that's another thing. Like, if you do put all that effort into farming gold on your character, you have 50,000 gold, and they say, okay, well, now your classic character stays in classic, and we're just creating new TBC realms where you start from level 1. I think a lot of people would kind of be pissed off about that too. Like, hey, I put in all this time and effort. I don't know, but maybe they shouldn't do it with the intention that TBC is happening, right? Because if they do it without the intention that TBC is happening, then they are just farming that gold for classic. They're not farming it for TBC.
Right. But I mean, the Holy Trinity is going to happen.
I know.
You can just see the writing on the wall. It's going to happen.
I think BC is definite.
Yeah.
And Wrath, I like, too many people love Wrath. Like, they're called Wrath babies for a reason. Like, so many people started playing WoW because of Wrath of the Lich King, and that's really when it peaked in subscribers, right? Mm-hmm. Then it was all downhill from there. But hey, like, I think it would be super smart of them to release Wrath servers in addition to TBC. So, time will tell, guys.
Hell yeah, Holy Trinity, baby.
And speaking of it all going downhill, we are hopefully on more of an upward trend because...
No. You go.
That was my segue.
No.
We're hopefully on a more upward trend from, I guess, some of the low points of BFA. A lot of people were not too happy with the way BFA panned out.
I guess.
Shadowlands is looking very promising, though. And
yeah, that's gotten me a lot, really excited. It's especially now, too. I thought that was just, a great move of, people are home already. Just
people
alpha.
Are home. Yeah.
Alpha time. Perfect move.
Everybody's watching, everybody's at home watching YouTube, Twitch, live streams, everything. So it was good timing for them to release Shadowlands Alpha. And as most of you guys are probably aware, Pasta and I have fortunately been given access to Shadowlands Alpha. And we've been checking it out as much as we can in between my classic time. But the first thing that really stands out to me is how much character customizations they are adding to the game.
Yes. So
first of all, they added a completely new character customization screen, which I think looks gorgeous.
It does.
It's very clean but different.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it?
I feel like, personally, it looks like every other MMORPG.
Yeah, with the sliders.
Yep, with the slider and everything. So, I do think it looks very clean. I do think it's a step in the right direction. However, I can't help but to feel like they lost some of their charm and their character. So, they just kind of took every other MMORPG layout into account and created something new, which is beautiful. But I do feel like we lost a little identity there.
That's interesting. Yeah. Which is funny because I think the reason people love character customization so much is because they can identify more with the character that they're creating. Like, hey, I can make a character that looks like me, or that really looks like me, down to like my hair color, my skin tone, the shape of my eyes, everything. When is the boob slider coming in?
There's a boob slider?
No. That's been a big, like, I think that's been like a meme, like, when's the boob slider coming in? Because some MMOs have like boob slider.
Oh yeah, they do.
Butt slider. They got height.
You can spend hours.
With everything. You can spend hours.
Getting it all down.
I don't know. Do you guys think they'll have a boob slider? Let us know in the comments below. But
I'm pro boob slider.
I wouldn't be against a boob slider, I need a character that represents me and my chest size.
Well,
so.
I mean, honestly, I do. I feel like 15 years ago, back in the day, every single female character was a lot more, busty.
Yeah.
Than
like Tifa.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, like Tifa.
Which she got a little bit of a boob reduction in the remake.
She got nerfed.
Oh my god.
She got a huge nerf.
She got nerfed, yeah. But I think that's one reason why people love character customization so much, and they get like super into it.
It's like a mini game in itself.
It is. You could spend hours just going through. Now, WoW, I feel like not so much. Maybe with all the stuff they're adding, yeah. But previously, like, there are like 5 options for hair, 5 options for face. And traditionally, right?
Right.
But with all the customizations, you could really make your character look like anything. Good for RPing too, I guess.
Hell yeah, especially if you want to be that panda DK. Now's the time.
Right, failing. RP, like I was looking at some of the models, like Kael'thas Sunstrider.
Yeah, that
he's looking
sick.
Good. He reminded me of Geralt from The Witcher.
Yeah, it seems like his hair got a little bit more gray, like a grayer tone as opposed to like a blonde, brilliant tone.
Yes. Was that inspired, from all the Geralt fangirls and boys, of course? There could be Geralt fanboys.
I can't help but to think, they took inspiration from a lot of things, and just, going through the alpha and just seeing every zone, especially like Revendreth recently, just seeing where they took inspiration. I saw oh God, what are they called? The
vampire people?
Yeah, I'm so bad with names. It's not vampire, because that's like ye old traditional vampire language.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Insert name I'm forgetting here. But I saw a character named Bella, and it's after Bella Lugosi.
Oh yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, I know, just like little tidbits, little nods.
Yeah,
you can tell. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone took inspiration.
Yeah, from The Witcher.
Yeah.
The Witcher's been around for a while. Kael'thas is looking good.
Hell yeah.
The Jailer's model was released. Now I want to hear your thoughts on this, because you were the one who brought it to my attention that the Jailer model was out.
Was talking about this on the stream the other day, and somebody brought up a really good point. In the trailer for Shadowlands, the Jailer in particular looks or has a silhouette that's very similar to, what is his name? Kael'thas? No, Karthus. Karthus in League of Legends. I'm sorry. I'm trying to repress League of Legends. I try to get back into it a little bit, and it's just like, it's a bad habit. So, if you have played League of Legends, Karthus. Just like this really skeletal, just, flowy robes, sort of a mage, sort of a
kind
deal.
Kind of like a Grim Reaper?
Yeah, kind kind of grimy
I'll
vibes.
have to
Yeah,
look up
skeletal
Karthus.
grimy vibes. So that's what I was getting from looking at the jailer silhouette in the Shadowlands trailer. Now, looking at his silhouette, looking at his actual character model here, it looks really cool. It looks really well done. I love that there's like this total potential for character development. It looks like there's a gaping hole where his heart should be, and there's like all metal wiring just kind of holding it open. It looks really cool.
Totally reminded me of, sorry to cut you off, totally reminded me of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh my god,
right?
Yes.
With the guy trying to take his heart out.
Yes.
Totally made me think of that, so sorry, go on.
No, please. And I'd love it if we got like a little bit of a background story and maybe why he's the jailer and what made him who he currently is.
Yeah.
I thought he would have hair. Just again, from his silhouette being so flowy, I was just kind of expecting this really kind of old and sunken in figure with kind of really old, long, raggedy hair. Turns out he's bald. Which, more power to you. Bald is beautiful.
Bald is bold.
Bald is bold. Model looks great. My only concern, or question, if you will, is why nipples? Why did you give him nipples? It just reminds me of that George Clooney Batman, where his bat suit just like awkwardly has nipples, and it's like, why? Why are they there?
Is that the only Batman that has nipples on the bat suit?
I'm pretty sure that's the only Batman that has nipples.
I gotta look that up.
And that Batman, in particular, that Batman movie with George Clooney, was purposely made to sell toys. So why nipples? Like,
oh God.
Yeah, I know. It's like a really messed up movie. Why nipples?
Well, nipples have been a hot topic the
they
past
really
week
have,
or so on
man.
the internet.
Free the nipples, you know what I'm saying?
Free the nipple, yeah.
If you ever want a break, just woo, oops. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, like I'm hoping it's just another level of character development. Character. You already had like a big gaping hole in his chest. Mm-hmm. That just seems like a whole big escapade of character development. After that, you really don't need nipples.
I mean,
I spit a little bit there, but I'm getting fired up.
And the nipple, like, it draws so much attention to the nipples too. Sorry, I think I just hit my mic because there's a gaping hole in the chest. So you're looking at his chest to begin with.
Yeah, and then boom, like, what's staring you back in the eye? Dead in the eye, 2 nipples.
So, if you haven't checked out the jailer, see for yourself. Let us know what you think about it.
He looks really menacing, but...
He looks great, yeah.
Just...
What surprised me is how big he is, too.
And those nipples.
Yeah. Yes. I wonder how big those are compared to normal-sized ones. Well, like, if you have a Sylvanas, they I think on WOWHEAD, they had a size comparison, which I love seeing those size comparison charts, like, especially among all the races, like, how tall is an orc compared to a night elf, or like a night is that one of the allied races?
A night what?
No. A void elf, and what's the other one? The
Nightborn?
Nightborn. Yeah, I was gonna say Nighthaven. The Nightborn. How tall is a Nightborn with like a Magheart orc or a gnome? Anyway, point is, they had a size comparison of the jailer with Sylvanas next to him, and she looked like an action figure next to him. Like, she looked so tiny.
Yeah.
So it was cool seeing that little, like, to kind of put that in perspective of how big the jailer is supposed to be.
Her model is looking really cool.
Yes.
I love her color coordination.
Yeah.
What she chose to wear that day, it is popping.
She is. I've always liked, Sylvanas always be looking good. So we've also gotten to check out the Torghast Tower, which has been critically acclaimed so far, I would say.
Right.
I don't think I've seen a negative comment about the Torghast Tower so far, other than like, people who've encountered a bug, which is normal.
Right.
They just added in warriors to the Torghast Tower. And I'm sure some people are very happy about that. Like, I know, so many warriors, who like famous warriors, that are just dying to get in there and play their main class. And I think I feel like Blizzard listened in a way, because they know there are so many, like, people have been playing Warriors for 15 years, big names, big voices out there, and Blizzard was like, okay, here, take the Warrior in Torghast Tower, go wild.
Right, so I think all that's available recently as of right now for Torghast Tower, I think it is Warriors, Demon Hunters, Priests, and
Mage. Isn't there? Yeah.
Is there one other thing?
I feel like there's one more. Warlock?
Yes. Yes,
Warlock? Okay.
Warlock is in there too.
Okay.
So that's all that's available as of right now to try out the Torghast Tower. So for me with retail, I main a druid. So a druid is not amongst those options. So I had to become the thing I hate, and I rolled a demon hunter. And after the 2018 BlizzCon, where they had that. It was really cool, like that dungeon grind, just to see if you could, complete this random dungeon.
It was a mythic dungeon challenge.
Yeah, that mythic dungeon challenge. Thank you. To see if you can complete it. If you want to do it with friends, if they're there, great. If not, you're just gonna have to IRL pug it. That was painful. Like, I'll always talk about it. That was like one of the most painful experiences. Just having to pug it, and then there was a demon hunter in that group, and I harbored such a hate for that class for 2 years.
Even though the person playing it didn't know what they were doing, which says a lot about that person, because you just have to hit 2 buttons and you do a lot of damage, right? Long story short, that was like a bad first impression, or a bad impression for demon hunters for you. I understand why.
Yeah.
But you got over your hatred.
I did.
You became the bigger person.
I could see what's so lovable about that class. And it's not only just the dumb damage. It's just that I feel like there's possibilities of combos upon combos, and every ability that this class has just kind of nicely weaves into, another ability. So I feel like the combo possibilities are endless with that class, and it just, it flows so nice.
The animations are great too.
Yeah.
Zooping all over the place.
Zooping, gliding. So I had to roll a demon hunter for the Torghast Tower, and I really liked it. Not just the Torghast Tower, but that class as well. And it's really nice. I'm looking forward to it. It's got Mage Tower vibes. It's got that roguelike. What is that? That roguelike grind. What am I trying to say? It's like the Binding of Isaac, and the Binding of Isaac is like a rogue something game. I'm totally forgetting.
It has a name.
Yeah,
okay. It's different each time. That's what I love
really
about
is.
it.
Yeah, it's different each time. I love these random abilities that you find once you achieve something, or even perchance.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really well done. So I'm excited just to see more of that, and just to really get my fill, because honestly, as soon as Shadowlands comes out, I'm just going to be living there. As soon as I could get there, boom, that's it. I'm just going to be grinding that shit out.
Yeah, I mean, what I love about the Torghast Tower, I think, in particular, is, like we said, it's different each time. You will never have the same experience in the tower, whether it's, whatever floor you're given, whatever abilities you're able to choose from. It's different every single time, and I kind of like that you can't really follow a step-by-step walkthrough of the tower. Like, you can't, you have to really figure it out for yourself and make your own decisions. You can't watch a YouTube video that says, like, okay, on floor 1, you're gonna go straight, turn left, open up the chest there, you'll find your abyss weapon, and then proceed forward, and then you'll fight the boss, and then you're on to level 2. I love that every floor is different every time. Every encounter is different. Like, I think that's really what's going to add to the longevity of it, where it's just, you won't get tired of it, if it's a different scenario each time. So, 2 thumbs up so far to the Torghast Tower.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, something that you personally had really been looking forward to is Revendreth. And I have not been able to play Revendreth yet. I kind of actually wanted to experience it for the first time watching you play it, because I know how much you have been looking forward to Revendreth. Like, it's your jam.
Yeah. Yeah, right. There's a lot of, I could tell that there's going to be a lot of nods to classic horror, whether it be movies or books or what have you, but I could tell there's going to be a lot of inspiration and nods towards them that I was just, I was so excited. You know, I took a lot of horror courses when I was in school, and it's just my jam. I love it. So I was super excited to go into it, and it really is, even though it's not finished yet and some of the main quest lines are bugged, so it kind of prevents you from going any forward. Yeah. That being said, it's honestly really gorgeous. The castle structures, the color coordination in the skybox, it's just so well done. And there's no music yet, but I can't wait. Dying for that music, because you know it is going to be a jam. You know it's going to be
so good.
Yep, it's going to be another iconic song that you just add on Spotify. Just add it to the playlist, add it to the World of Warcraft playlist. Just
absolutely.
Yep. So, there's so much more that needs to be filled in, but as of right now, it's just absolutely gorgeous, and it's really fun. So.
Yeah, it was fun to watch you play. I was streaming last night, and then Pasta was ready to finally play Revendreth, so I raid/hosted her channel. So shout out to everybody who stayed and watched Pasta's stream. I put you on the big TV in the living room, and me and Bella were watching you.
Yeah.
And I loved watching you experience that, because you weren't just kind of just playing and like blah blah blah. You were stopping and smelling the roses.
Yeah, quite literally.
Or the undead roses or whatever. You were like looking around at the scenery and commenting on it, and like it was really enjoyable to watch. So
Thank you.
I look forward to more Pasta Revendreth content.
Awesome. Yeah, I do too. It's like the subtleties and the little things, and as I was saying on stream, just looking at the fine details, especially with the trees. I don't know what it is about me and trees, but you could like really do a lot of storytelling just with the visuals of the shrubbery and just the natural wildlife in the area. Like if you want a place to be really nice and elegant, you add like little fireflies, you make everything kind of smooth and rounded out. If you want something to have like a kind of creepy element, you add like these kind of sharp angle vibes. And you see that in Revendreth. It's just so well done. Just the fine details are really beautiful, and I can't wait to experience more.
Yeah, I mean, what stood out to me was the castle. Was the castle have a name?
I don't know.
Castle.
I'm so bad with names. I'm
terrible with names.
Oh
too.
Wait, it was called a symposium.
Oh, symposium instead of symposium with a Y.
Yep, with my current job, we deal with symposiums all the time. And so it's just like, honestly, it's like really draining just hearing that. I kind of twitch a little bit. But walking into the castle and seeing symposium, it got such a laugh out of me.
Like all these little nods and references were great. Even like on some of the structures, there were like, were those like fountains or waterfalls?
Yes.
But I don't know if that was water, but it was like so flowy and like misty almost. Yeah. Kind of like an essence or a soul that was like dripping out.
It was like coming out of a demon head too, which had Diablo vibes, but it was again like really cool.
Yeah. And the other thing that stood out to me were those little people.
Those little imps?
They were like a little chubby. The cute chubby guys.
The grave robber guys.
Yeah, wasn't one named Globnob or something?
Globnob, yes.
So I was like, is that a reference to the Grob Mob? Like, Globnob. Yeah, those little guys. I don't know if they have a name yet. They're like these like short and stout little models. I don't know. They just remind me of like a gravekeeper or like that grave robber sort of a. Yeah, but they had like a cute look to them.
Yeah. And there was also like some sort of imp to it too. Like not only were there grave robbers, there were these kind of like demon-like really tiny imps, which just embody me. They just speak to me. Just tiny, annoying, just mischievous. That's hey. Yeah. That's hey, hi, how's it going? How are you? That and like just everything. Everyone was just so pale there, and I just felt at home because honestly, I'm so pale. I reflect light.
Right.
So I was just right at home.
Well, I'm really happy that you enjoyed Revendreth. It lived up to the hype. Because sometimes, like, you hype things up so much, and then you finally play it, and you're like, this is all right. Like, for me with Classic, too, like, I love Classic. I always love playing Classic, but I was afraid a little bit that once it came here, I would, the bubble would burst a little bit, or I'd get bored of it, or, like, the hype would die down. But fortunately, I still love playing Classic. That's my jam. So, the alpha so far has been great, and hopefully the hype train keeps moving.
Hell yeah. And
they keep releasing more cool content that we could test.
I want to do some of the dungeons that they've released together with you.
Oh yeah. So you need 5 people, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So we got to find three others. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you have access to the alpha and you want to do a dungeon with us, reach out to me on Discord, YouTube comments, anywhere, Twitter. Because we'd be happy to put a group together and do some dungeon testing. I think that would be really fun. So let us know.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. I think.
Anything else? Any closing comments?
Well, I feel like we covered a lot in this episode. Mm-hmm. I think that's it. Let us know what you think of this setup. We could do some, I like how the boxes are there, the Holy Trinity. We were talking about that.
And you could see like the little Miss Paw right up here.
Yeah, the whiteboard.
Yeah. It looks nice.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. We put a lot of effort into rearranging the room and setting this up, so we hope that you guys enjoyed it. I think that about wraps up the episode. I feel like we did cover a lot. So
hopefully we could get a little bit more consistent in the future. It's just honestly, it really has been uncertain times. It's just it came to a point because we're in such like a peak place that we had to draw back a little bit and make sure we were okay and just focus on our well-being. So I feel like that has definitely impacted the schedule a little bit. But we're trying to get back to normal. So stay tuned.
Definitely stay tuned. If you like the podcast / talk show, don't forget to follow us on all of our socials. This is published on my YouTube channel, so feel free to subscribe on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Quissy. My Twitch and Twitter are both Quissy TV. And for Pasta Face, Twitch and Twitter. Yeah,
Twitch and Twitter is the Pasta Face. I'm not on YouTube, but I live vicariously through your channel, so that's that.
That's where you can find us. There's links to Discord also in the comment section, in the description of this video on YouTube. So if you want to join Discord, feel free to. Send us some memes, some pictures, some screenshots, everything. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for being here, and we hope you're all staying well and safe and being healthy out there as well. And join us in trying to be more proactive in getting healthier as well, even though we're in lockdown, So we've been trying to make a conscious effort to be healthier. So even though we're drinking beer, and having, this is my first beer in a week.
Yeah,
so
you gotta have a little fun every once in a while, but
you can't be too strict.
Yeah, take care of yourself, stay hydrated, stay healthy. And stay happy.
Yeah, do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see you next time, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.